Shalom to the elect of Israel, both elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Sarabbas Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shai. So we got to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. In a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Akwath who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from GMS Millennium Camp coming at you another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification, another daily edification. Lord willing, be edifying. And I titled this lesson, Aristocracy. I cannot pronounce the word right. Uh, as a matter of fact, Aristocracy, uh, best meats for the master's use, which is it go back to the word aristocrats, right? So let me get the definition first. Because I say this, I've been saying this for a while, which the apostles, everything that the apostles what has been taught, they instilled it into us. So, I always say that the Heavenly Father Yahweh is not going to put any men around Yahweh Shah. He's going to put the best of the best. So the word aristocracy, right? Aristocracy, best meats for the master's use. So again, aristocracy is say the highest class in certain societies, especially those holding it's a especially those holding hereditary, so like your hereditary titles or offices, right? It's a the highest class in certain societies, especially those holding hereditary titles or offices, right? It's a got similar words. The nobility, which let's look at this. Nobility says the group. Let's play the word. Nobility. The group of people belonging to the noble class in a country, especially those with a hereditary or honorable title, right? So he got another other words to say high society, the establishment under Yahushua, right, is the 144,000, man. It's a aristocrats, lords, nobles, noblemen. It's a patricians. Let's play this word. Patrician. Patrician. It's an aristocrat or nobleman, right? Then they got um it said a beautiful people, but they got aristocrats, lords, which under Yahweh Shema Shah, the 144,000 will be lords, right? We say we are gods with a small g, but it's a high society, right? So, and I was just watching the brother Ayash Amath from Mississippi, and it's a spirit, man. Because I put this together. I put this lesson together last night. I was meditating on the word aristocrats, man. So let me get this. You want to hear? Hey, fighting for that crown, man. You want to hear Yahweh say this. This is Matthew 25 and 21. It reads, it say, his Lord said unto him, he gave his servants, he gave one servant 5 talents, one servant 2 talents, right? He gave, yeah, it said he gave one servant 5 talents, another two, and he gave another 1 talent, right? So in Matthew 25 and 21, it reads, and it said, his Lord said unto him, well done, thy good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into joy of the Lord. Hey, and we trying to be, with Lord willing, we trying to be um those aristocrats, man, that get to sit with Yahweh in the kingdom, man. Right? This is Luke 22. This is the Lord tell the elect. Those 144. It's Luke 22 and 28. Ye are they which have continued with me in my temptations. Hey, follow the Lamb wherever he go. It say that ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom and sit on thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel, right? Because they asked you, Habashai, right? What shall we receive, man? And the brothers going into, you, hey, you go work for a job, you get hired. Hey, you want to know what the pay gonna be like, man, right? As the brother Ayash was going into, you want to know what the pay gonna be like. But this Matthew 19 and 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in his throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging 12 tribes of Israel. Right? It said, everyone that forsake houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. Right? Well, it's things you got to go through to get this, man. As to tell you in the second Ezra 7, it said, how shall a man receive this kingdom of heaven? How shall you receive the goods if you shall never go through the straight, right? These difficult things. This is Colossians. As a matter of fact, yeah, let's get Titus. This is Titus. Hey, cause we was in the world doing whatever, bugged out, man. Then the Lord put the spirit on you and you changed. The Lord opened your mind up to this truth, and you either saw the videos or the Lord had some individual to wake you up, man. That He had some individual to say certain things to you that the Lord had opened up your spirit, man. Right? It say Titus 3 and 3. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving divers lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful, and hating one another. But after that, the kindness and love of power, our Savior, toward man appeared. So then one day the Lord just opened your spirit up, man. He sent somebody to you. You either saw the video or the Lord put some man in front of your path, hey, and jog your memory, man, with certain things that they said, right? It said, but after that, the kindness and love of power, our Savior toward man appeared. It said, not by works of righteousness, which we have done, but according to his mercy, he saved us. What do Yahweh say in Matthew 19? Ye that follow me, Matthew, what is that? Uh, man, what I was just reading. What is that? Let's read it again. Hold on. And I got thrown off with the chapter. What was that? Was it Matthew 19? I think. Yeah. So Matthew 19 and 27, right? The Lord said, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, right? So this is about coming back every third or fourth generation in the regeneration. When you read, which I love to read in Exodus 20 and 5, the Lord say he's going to show mercy unto thousands, right? He's going to show mercy to thousands every third or fourth generation. And when you read it in Deuteronomy 7:9, he says he's going to show mercy, right, to them that love him, but he's going to judge two-thirds to their face. So Yahweh shall say, ye which have followed me in the regeneration. So this Titus 3 and 5. It say, not by works of righteousness, which we have done, but according to his mercy, he saved us by the washing of regeneration and renewing of the Holy Spirit. You see? So this is the same over and over, right? Same over and over. It has nothing to do with works. It has nothing to do with works, man. This is about the predestinated ones that come out in the same lot as King David did, right? As over here in Babylon the Great, he came back as Mashah. You had as what his name is, Elijah, which came back as John the Baptist, which came back as Abba Bivens, Elder Abba Bivens. Is the washing of regeneration, man. So the Lord told him, listen, you following me, you done cast off. Hey, you doing the work first. You're doing the work first, man. Hey, we trying to be, hey, Yahweh, the Heavenly Father Yahweh is not going to sit anybody with his son in the kingdom, man. He looking for the best of the best, man. He looking for the best of the best. This is let me get this. This is Colossians 3 and 1. It reads, if ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of power. Set your affections on things above, not on things on the earth, for ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach in power. It said, when Hamashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then ye also shall appear with him in glory. Mortify therefore your members, which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. For which things sake the wrath of power will come on the children of disobedience. It say, in the which ye also walked sometime when ye lived in them. We was like this too, man. And that's why brother got a beautiful chance of making it to the kingdom, man. Because we in the last of the last, man. And Jake is waxing worse and worse, but brothers ain't doing edifying lessons every day, man. Brothers is getting more beautiful, man. Right? What's that? The house of Saul against the house of David, man. It say, for which things sake the wrath of power cometh on the children of disobedience, in the which ye also walked sometime when ye lived in them. But now ye also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. It say, lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him, man. This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is how you get to what we're trying to get to, man. Yahweh Shah went through what he had to go through, so we can go through what we got to go through, man. This is hold on. This is Philippians 3, and I'm gonna read 8, right? It reads, it say, yet doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of a Mashiach Yahweh Shah, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Hamashiach, and be found in him, not having my own righteousness, which is of the law, but that which is through the faith of Hamashiach, the righteousness which is of power by faith. We are fighting for a crown, man. We fighting, hey, brothers ain't just trying to be in the kingdom, man, living good. That's gonna, hey, all of Israel gonna get that, man. There's a difference, man. Being in the kingdom, living good with land and enjoying your kids and having ribs, hey, that's gonna be a given, man. What about them? That's going the same way today. You got every state, in every city, there are mayors, there are judges, there are senates, man, there are senators, right? Every state has a every state has a governor and a mayor and a senator. In every state, every city has a mayor and a senator, right? You got every state got a governor, every state got a governor, right? Every state has mayors and senators with the governor. But then in every city has a senator and a mayor, man. Every city. That's gonna be the elect in the kingdom of heaven, man. Hey, and if the Lord put the spirit on these heathens because of the spirit that he put on Daniel, Daniel was over provinces, man. Provinces is states. Not just one state, many, man. And Daniel was over states in captivity. If Daniel was over provinces in captivity, how much more in all righteousness, man? How much more under Yahweh, man? This is what brothers fighting for, man. And like the brother Ayash was saying, hey, you women, man, you should be trying to fight to be these elect women, the hopeful elect women of these men that's gonna be ruling. Hey, cause when you read, I was in Esther, the second chapter, man. When it tell you how Esther was preferred over all other women, man, and she had her women, she had a group of women that the king put with her, man. It said they bathed 6 months at a time, 12 months. They say 12 months, 6 months in these certain oils, and 6 months in these certain oils, man. So when they came to the king once, whenever they came, hey, they was in perfection, man. And Esther was in perfection, in captivity, man. That was in captivity. Esther was under the heathens, man. Daniel was under heathens, man. Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was under heathens ruling over provinces, man. How much more under Yahweh Bashim Shah, man? Under King David, man. It's this is verse 10, Philippians 3 and 10, that I may know him and the power of his resurrection and the fellowship of his sufferings, being made conformable unto his death. Right? It say, if by any means I may attain unto the resurrection of the dead, not as though I have already attained, either were already perfect, but I follow after, if that I may apprehend that for which also I am apprehended of Hamashiach Yahushua. Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before, which is what? How we was doing King David and Solomon, man. How he was when we first took the land of Israel, man. At first, before Jake started bugging out, following these different customs, man. Verse 14 say, I press towards the mark for the price of the high calling. I press towards the mark. What mark? Being exempt from judgment, man. Being, sin with Yahweh Shah said he's not going to drink until he's drinking with the 144 in the kingdom, man. I press towards the mark for the prize of the high calling of power in Hamashiach Yahweh Shah. Let us therefore, as many as be perfect, be thus minded. And if in anything ye be otherwise minded, power shall reveal even this unto you, man. It say, nevertheless, right? Sticking to forget about 2/3 and falling off. Hey, put on therefore as the elect, man. Nevertheless, whereto we have already attained. See, this is the predestinated, man. It say, let us walk by the same rule, let us mind the same thing, which is what? The kingdom of heaven, man. Righteous rulership. It say, brethren, it say the same thing. It say, let us mind the same rule. That's in Galatians 6 and 16. It say, brethren, be followers together of me and mark them which walk so, as ye have us for an example. For many walk, of whom I have told you often, and now tell you even weeping, that they are the enemies of the cross of a Mashiach. And we don't gotta name names. We know who they are, man. They all around us, man. Outside of the truth is all these niggas. All these niggas that's what? That are enemies of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. It say, whose end is destruction, whose power is their belly, like it said in Romans 16, whose power, whose God is their belly, and whose glory is in their shame, who mind earthly things. See, these niggas mind earthly things. Well, our conversation is in heaven, like it said in Colossians, man. Our conversation is in heaven, man. Right here, it say, oh, it's right here in Philippians. Verse 20 say, for our conversation is in heaven, from whence also we look for the Savior, the Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach. And so in Colossians, let me go back to this. It say, right, this was what I was saying right here. Colossians 3 and 1. If ye then be risen with Mashiach, seek those things which are above, which is the same thing it just said in Philippians, your conversation being about heaven. It say, well, Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of power, right? It say, set your affections on things above, not on things on the earth, right? These things on the earth, what is that? You got James 4 and 4. It say, ye adulterers and you adulteresses, know ye not that friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh Shema Shah. So if you're a friend of the world, right? You're an enemy of the cross. You're an enemy of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Like it said, was that 1 John 2 and 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world, man. He said, what? The lust of the eyes, right? And the pride of life, man. These things are going to be dissolved, man. So what is it? Hebrews 6 and 9, it say, um, let's read it. Hebrews 6 and 9. But beloved, we are persuaded better things of you and things that accompany salvation, though we does speak, man. This is the mark we pressing towards, man. Salvation, man. Nothing else matters. This is nothing else matters, man. This is Galatians chapter 4. Hey, man, the sufferings of Yahweh Shah. Hey, he said his yoke is easy and his burden is light, man. And I was meditating on this last night, man. Just watching, watching the different lessons brother was doing live. Man, you know how easy it is to take the wide road, that wide path, man. It's easy to do that, man. Hey, it's easy. The Lord made it easy for you to just go in the world and be a demon, man. It's easy to go chase box, smoke weed, hit the club every weekend, go ride nice whips, whatever. Party and play, man. It's easy to do that, man. That's easy. Hey, to walk this fine line, this straight gate, is hard, man. It's hard, man. But at the same time, it's easy. This is Galatians 4 and 8. It reads, it say, how be it then? Matter of fact, let's read 7. Galatians 4 and 7. Wherefore thou art no more a servant, but a son. And if a son, then an heir of power through Hamashiach Yahushua. How be it then, when ye knew not God, ye did service unto them which by nature are no gods, right? In the world, idol worshiping, doing whatever. It said, how be it then, when ye knew not power, ye did service unto them which by nature are no gods. But now, after that ye have known power, or rather are known of power. How are we known of power? Tell you that in 2 Timothy 2 and 19, man. The Lord knoweth them that are his, man. Having this seal, let them that nameth the name of a Mashiach depart from iniquity, man. It's a how be it then, when ye knew not power, ye did service unto them which by nature are no gods. But now, after that ye have known power, or rather are known of power, how turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements of the world? Again, to the it's a that ye turn again to the weak and beggarly element, whereunto ye desire again to be in bondage. Ain't no going back, man. Brothers that's pressing forward to the mark, man, the kingdom. And not just to be in the kingdom living good, which is going to be good. It's going to be perfect. All righteousness, but you got certain brothers that's pressing to sit with Yahweh Shai, man, in counsel. Hey, this movie, the brothers got me watching a movie on Netflix, Marco Polo, man. Hey, that movie cold, man. When you sit on, it's a little series, little show, whatever season. When you sit and watch that movie, man, hey, when this guy in the chamber room, you had Marco Polo, which was that was the time when the Moabites was ruling, right? You had this guy, what that Genghis Khan was sitting on the throne, and it was a long room, man. He had his throne, and was nobody in that room but the council, man, the wise councils. I'm talking about it was a long room, and on both sides, all he had was his wise counsel in there, man. That's how it's gonna be with Yahweh Shai and 144,000, man. Right? Yahweh Shai, King David, and 144, man. It's gonna be personal. Hey, and me and the brother talk about this all the time. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being 144, right? And these women, think about this. You gonna be the best of the best, man. The women, hey, you ain't gonna be seeing everybody ain't gonna see all their family members, man. You're gonna be the best of the best. The same way right now, how you don't see these elites, these Rothschilds, these head people. We don't even see Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, lest it be some interview on the news or YouTube. You don't see them. You don't see their family members, right? That's how it's gonna be for the elect, man. He's gonna private counsel, man, in the midst of your house shop. And then you got your ribs, man. This is this the head, man. Aristocrats, man. It's a Galatians 4 and 8, 4 and 9. But now after that ye have known, but now after that ye have known power, or rather are known of power, how ye turn again to the weak and beggarly elements, whereunto ye desire again to be in bondage. It's a weak and beggarly elements. The things that we get in this world is nothing, man. It's nothing. Now, this is what was that? This is Second Corinthians. Hey, cause listen, this is important, man. Cause I start to title this. There are two constellations in the world. Two. That's two different constellations. You can get it on this side, or you can, hey, come on the yoke of Yahweh Shema Shai and get it in the kingdom. Listen to this. This is Second Corinthians 1 and 1. Paul, an apostle of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, by the will of power, and Timothy our brother, unto the church of power, which is at Corinth. It say, with all the saints which are in all Archael, I think that's say. As a matter of fact, hold on. I want to pronounce this word right. Bear with me for a second. Let me say this right. Achaya. Oh, see, I said it wrong. Okay. Achaya. So it's a Paul, an apostle of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, by the will of power, and Timothy, our brother, unto the church of power which is in Corinth, with all the saints which are in all Achaya. Okay. It say, grace be to you and peace from power our Father and from the Lord, Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Blessed be power, even the Father of our Lord, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, the Father of mercies and the power of all comfort, who comforteth us in all our tribulations. And the Yahweh Shah said that in John 16:33. It say that ye may be able to comfort them which are in any trouble. Like it was that it tell you that in Second Thessalonians 1:8, right? It said, ye that are troubled, rest with us. That's what the Lord set up an order, man. Which the hey, everybody outside of this truth, they hate order, man. Right? It say, wow, it say, who comforted us in all our tribulations, that we may be able to comfort them which are in any trouble. And that's why it's easy to take the straight gate, I mean the wide gate, right? So it seems. But it's easier to take the straight gate, man. Because in the straight gate, through your trials and tribulations, through your adversities and afflictions, you have been comforted, man. We have a comforter. These niggas that taking the wide road and these niggas that's not teaching truth, hey, they taking that wide gate. There is no comfort on that at the end of the day, man. After all the popping pills and smoking marijuana and sliding good and drinking, at the end of that, man, it's misery all over again, man. There is no comfort taking the wide road. It just look good. It's a who comforted us in all our tribulation, that we may be able to comfort them which are in any trouble. Right? That's why it's saying for that First Peter 3:15, hey, give an answer to every man that asks you the reason of the hope that is in you. Right? It's a by the comfort wherewith we ourselves are comforted of power. For as the sufferings of a Mashiach abound in us, listen, so our consolation also aboundeth by Hamashiach. Now I tell you in Hebrews 2, he tell you that he said he being tempted was able to secure us, which is help. That's being tempted. Let's get that real quick. See, this is heaven, man. Okay, because Jake looking from the outside in, it don't look good, man. It's Hebrews 2, reading the point. Hebrews 2:18. It said, for in that he himself has suffered, being tempted, he is able to secure them that are tempted. Right? So back in 2 Corinthians 1, it say, verse 5, for as the sufferings of a Mashiach abound in us, so our consolation also abounded by Hamashiach. And whether we be afflicted, it is for your consolation and salvation. What constellation? The kingdom of heaven. And deeper than that, them that's putting the work in, man. How you shall sit with Yahushua judging the nations, man. Right? It's saying whether we be afflicted, it is for your consolation and salvation, which is effectual in the enduring of the same sufferings which we also suffer. Or whether we be comforted, it is for your consolation and salvation, man, for the kingdom. And our hope of you is steadfast, knowing that as ye are partakers of the sufferings, so shall ye be also of the consolation, which is what? The kingdom. Now hold on. This is Luke. This is Luke 6. Because you got niggas on this side that's getting a beautiful consolation. So they think that Michael Jordans and your LeBron Jameses, all these niggas that they ain't, and guess what they is? They are named a court justice, man. Hey, Jake is only used to be chefs and court justice, man. That's it. These niggas want you to entertain them, man. That's all we is on this side. This is Luke 6. Because there is also a constellation on this side. This is Luke 6:24. It reads, but woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. So they getting theirs on this side. Hold on. That's what Paul said. It's 1 Corinthians 4:8. It reads, now ye are full, like it said in Luke 6. Now ye are rich. Ye have reigned as kings without us. And I would to power ye did reign in righteousness, that we also might reign with you. But no, But no, they want theirs on this side. The Lord gave it to them on this side. So they got to die grievously on this side and lose their consolation. Well, the hopeful elect has a different consolation, man. And when it tell you in Revelations, right, when it say, and they shall reign with the Lord for 1,000 years, man, the kingdom being established, right? 1,000 years of the kingdom being established, and you, Lord willing, get to be there with Yahweh, man. While these devils is rebuilding the kingdom, man. You being there first, man. First hand, man. Right? What it say? The first resurrection, man. Let's go back to this. Hey, there are different constellations, man. Let's read this again. This is Salaki. What was I at? First Corinthians. I'm sorry, Second Corinthians. I'm sorry. Salaki. Second Corinthians 1. Let's read this again. It say Second Corinthians 1 and 5. Hey, this is beautiful, man. For as the sufferings of Hamashiach abound in us, so our consolation also aboundeth by Hamashiach. And whether we be afflicted, it is for your consolation and salvation, which is effectual in the enduring of the same sufferings, which we also suffer, or whether we be comforted, it is for your consolation and salvation. And your hope, it's a and our hope of you is steadfast, knowing that as ye are the partakers of the sufferings, so shall ye be also of the constellation, man. For it say, for we would not, brethren, have you ignorant of our trouble which came to us in Asia, that we were pressed out of measure, above strength, insomuch that we despaired even out of life. But we had the sentence of death in ourselves. Hey, the Lord say, he that loses his life, hey, but we had the sentence of death in ourselves, that we should not trust in ourselves, but in power, Yahweh Shemashah, which raised the dead, who deliver us from so great a death. We was in the world, bugged out, could have been gone. But we here right now, man. We here right now, man. It say, and do it say, who delivered us from so great a death, and doeth deliver, in whom we trust that he will yet deliver us. Yet also helping together by prayer for us, that for the gift bestowed upon us by the means of many persons, thanks may be given by many on our behalf. For our rejoicing is this, the testimony of our conscience, that in simplicity and godly sincerity, not with fleshly wisdom. Because the flesh, hey, what the Lord Yahweh said, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. And Paul went into that in Romans 7, man. It say your flesh is warring against the spirit day in and day out, man. It say not with fleshly wisdom, which is what? Wisdom of the world, which is what? Foolishness to Yahweh Shemashah, but by the grace of power, we have had our conversation in the world, and more abundantly to you. It say, for we write none other things unto you than what ye read or acknowledge, and I trust ye shall acknowledge even to the end. Also, as ye have acknowledged us in part, that we are your rejoicing, even as ye also are ours in the days of our Lord Yahushua. And in this confidence, I was minded to come unto you before, that ye may have a second benefit, right? But that was the point. So let's read 21. It say, now we, now he which Salakia, now he which established us with you in Hamashiach, and have anointed us is power, who have also sealed us and given the earnest of the Spirit in our hearts. Nobody know who's who, because if you did, you wouldn't do the work. If everybody knew who was the elect, nobody'll do the work, man. So it say, now he which established us with you in Hamashiach and have anointed us is power. What that? 1 John 2 and 20, right? You have an unction from the Holy One, and you know all things. That word unction mean to be anointed. It say, who also have sealed us and given the earnest of the Spirit in our hearts. We don't know who's sealed or not, but we know we got the Spirit, right? The Lord gave you that high calling, man. It say, moreover, I call power for a record upon my soul, that to spare you I came not as yet unto Corinth. It say, not for that we have dominion over your faith, but are helpers of your joy, for by faith ye stand. And Yahweh said, Yahweh Shema said, what in Psalm 94 and 16, who will stand for me against the workers of iniquity, man? Right? Yahweh said, when he come back, shall he find faith in the earth, man? Pressing towards the mark, man. You don't know that you sealed, but you know the Lord gave you the spirit. Let's read this again. 2 Corinthians 1 and 22. Who have also sealed us, which is the predestinated ones, whoever they are, and given the earnest of the spirit in our hearts. Now you know the Lord gave you the spirit because you understand, man. We have spiritual fathers who the Lord set us up, who we have been following, right? This Second Timothy. Hey, and if you haven't deviated from that same sound doctrine, 30 plus years, man. Same sound doctrine, same standing in great boldness, man. Right now, man. Our spiritual fathers, man, who infuse in us their spirits, man. What they was taught. This is 2 Timothy 2 and 19. Nevertheless, the foundation of power standeth sure. Nevertheless, the foundation of power standeth sure. Now, if you know in 1 Peter 2 and 5, it say what? Ye as lively stones, right? Ye as lively stones are built up a spiritual house. Who is that? It's talking about the men of Israel. What is this? This, the tabernacle of David that's being built, is the foundation of Yahweh Shema Shah. 2 Timothy 2 and 19. Nevertheless, the foundation of power standeth sure. And the Lord told Peter, right? He said, what? On this rock, right? On this rock. It said, nevertheless, the foundation of power standeth sure. Having this seal, the Lord knoweth them that are his. And let everyone that nameth the name of a Mashiach depart from iniquity. Right? These are the ones that's in sincere in all diligence, calling on Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Now, I was looking at this guy. I forgot his page is something Ephraim, right? The guy got long dreads. I'm gonna do a lesson on this nigga because he been on YouTube since 2011. Some Ephraim, something. He got long dreads. He been on YouTube since 2011, right? How did you get on YouTube? When you came on YouTube in 2011, how did you hear about this truth? Now, of course, as the apostle said, Nate, IUIC was already on YouTube when they came on now. How did you learn this truth, man? Because who gave you the 100% truth? Huh? The straight skinny, man. Unfiltered truth, man. This nigga. Long dreads, teaching. And he got over 16,000 subscribers. His videos get 50,000 views, all that, which it doesn't matter. The my point I want to make, who taught you the truth? Of course, he got Patreon, he got all these donation sites. How did you learn the truth, man? So again, it say, nevertheless, the foundation of power standeth sure, having this seal, the Lord knoweth them that are his, and let everyone that nameth the name of a Mashiach Depart from iniquity, man. It say, but in a great house, there are not only vessels of gold and silver, but also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor. And that's in the congregation of Israel, man. Right? You got the house of Saul and the house of David. It say, if a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor. This is how about Shema Shah looking for, man. It's a sanctified and meet for the master's use and prepared unto every good work, man. 2 Timothy 2 and 21. If a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use and prepared unto every good work. Hey, Yahweh Shai is going to say, well done, thy good and faithful servant. Right? Let's read that again. Matthew 25 and 21. When Ezra said he saw on the mountain a man that was hiding all the rest, and he saw him put crowns on their heads. Right? Well, guess what Yahweh Shai was saying when he was putting crowns on their heads, man? We can only imagine this, man. Matthew 25 and 21. His Lord said unto him, well done, thy good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. You see this? It say, enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. You entered into my sufferings, right? You took your cross everywhere. You follow me everywhere. So enter thou into the joy of thy Lord, man. This is what Yahweh Shai is going to tell these 144 men, man, as they getting crowned. Well done, thy good and faithful servant, man. This is man. This is 2 Corinthians, man, chapter 10 and 3. It reads, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through power, Yahweh Shema Shai, to the pulling down of strongholds. Every stronghold on Babylon, every stronghold on planet Earth, this truth is destroying it, man. Religion, these devils hiding, being secret. Religion, these devils hiding their philosophies, their ways of life. With the word rudiments, I love to bring it out now. The word rudiments, the first principles, the fundamentals, the foundations, right? The essentials of Esau Edom. All that is being laid down flat, man. It's being destroyed because of the words of Yahweh Shema Shah. It say every stronghold, all the covenant cast of the people, right? All that's being destroyed, man. Now we know we Hebrew Israelites and everybody else is heathens in the order. More Chinese, Moabites, Japanese is Ammonites, Esau, Edom, Caucasians, they Edomites, right? The Africans, Hamites, Ishmael, the Arabs, they Ishmaelites, right? The Persians and these, hey, they Elamites. We know everything now, man. All the strongholds of Esau, Edom is on the ground, flat, man. It's a casting down imaginations, which that's what we living in. We was in the imaginary world, man. Now reality done set in. WRC, man. When reality clears, what do you see? Truth. Cast down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of power. And this is my point, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach, and having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience. Everybody outside of this circle is going off. Everybody. Niggas still in 2022. They want to think all these different philosophies, not using the name of Yahweh Shema Shah. And if they using it, it's for contention and strife, man. It's and having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience. The Lord say, rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith. Niggas hate getting rebuked. We all got rebuked. When you came into this truth, you got rebuked, man. That's what made you humble down, man. The Lord put a spirit on you, hey, to accept what's real, man. Become this truth, make you a man. When you heard this truth, it made you a man. Hey, and for these women, man, this is making you a real woman, man. Now you understand. That's why you got these women that's all hurting their feelings. As Elder Kazak did the lessons, man. Brothers always going hard on women, but we go even harder on the men. But the women that understand what's going on, they not emotional. That chick, what her name is, Aristocracy, hurt, man, weak. You ain't building up in the faith. You ain't being built up. Because if it was different with these women that be watching, that's watching the apostles and bishop, elder bishops, brothers, they'll say the same thing, man. Right? You got some weak nigga gonna flag apostle, gonna flag the apostle video, man. Gonna flag his channel, man. That's a weak. I ain't gonna even use rude speech. That's a weak individual, man. I've been trying my best to hold it down because I be flying off the mouth all the time. These are weak people, man. But as the scriptures say, men gonna become effeminate and women gonna become masculine, man. So what we seeing is these women that's on the coming board, that's watching and learning, they ain't weak, as we can see, far as we know. Then you got some artistry. Then you gonna say something. You gonna now you got a problem. Come on, man. Anyway, it say, casting out imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of power, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of a Mashiach. This is us going back, learn the ways of our fathers, man. Like I said in Job 8 and 8, man. Right? We going back to how we used to be. It say, verse 6, and having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience. And we're gonna continue to do rebuke lessons, man. We're gonna continue to find different things. Women's going off, they shouldn't even have no YouTube channel. If you do, it should be to re-upload brothers' videos, man. That's it. You got niggas with dreads teaching the truth off, man. But that's the Lord. At the end of the day, man, it's the Lord, because these niggas really think the Lord dealing with them, man. Just like Esau. You got Jake out here teaching the truth with dreads, head covered up, doing what they want to do, man. Why? Because the Lord is not showing his vengeance in the earth, man. Wait till he do, man. You niggas gonna know. And you see the Lord be killing Jake all day, every day. And Jake, in the truth, allegedly, still won't acknowledge what's going on, man. You still got niggas want to teach with dreads. You got still got niggas that want to still continue to use their monetary platforms, man. The truth is free, man. Show you how cold the Lord is, man. He got these niggas set up doing this, man. This nigga, I'm gonna do a lesson on this nigga, man. I forgot his page, something Ephraim. I got his video queued up. I'm gonna do a lesson on this nigga, man. He been teaching since 2011. They got millions of views, millions. I'm talking about heavy, man. The Lord is cold. How he let niggas like that just continue on, man. Thinking he in the truth. This nigga got hundreds of thousands, 16,000 subscribed followers. They following this nigga, man. Them same 2/3 niggas, man. The Lord is cold, man. The Lord is cold. But he's not dealing with numbers, man. He's dealing with the fruit. What are you teaching? Anyway, again, it's saying having a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled, man. The Lord gave you that spirit to understand, to accept, to acknowledge truth, to be rebuked and keep it moving, man. Jake get a little rebuke and they just fall out, man. They just like a baby on the floor, just whining. This is Jake is crazy, man. This First Corinthians chapter 7. And that's why I say, hey, we pressing towards the mark, man. Jake doing this for vainglory. I just read, hey, whose belly, right? Whose God is their belly, man. Well, that's your constellation. You think you're in the truth because you teaching and you've been on YouTube since 2011 and you got millions of you got millions of views, you got thousands of subscribers, right? 16, 17, 20,000, whatever you got. You think the Lord dealing with you, man. The Lord is cold, man. So that's your consolation on this side because you're not calling the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. You're not using the truth as it should be used for, man. You ain't waking up nobody, man. It's the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. The nigga said on his page, waking up the 12 tribes of Israel. You ain't waking up nobody, nigga. But we see that separation. It say, 1 Corinthians 7:20, it say, let every man abide in the same calling wherein he was called. Art thou being called a servant? Right? Care not for it, but if thou mayest be made free, use it rather. Use it for truth, not to monetize, not for gain, man. The truth is not for gain. It is for gain, but it's for righteous reasons, man. We trying to press towards the mark, man. We are pressing towards the mark, man. Of what? Our kingdom constellation, salvation, man. Jake want Dale's on this side, and they want something else, man. You can't, hey, what is that? 1 Corinthians 10:21. You can't serve the Lord and Satan, man. You can't drink of the Lord's cup and the cup of devils, man. That's a double-minded man. But we got a lot of these niggas doing it, man. Well, the circumcision of Israel, man, whose mouths must be stopped, man. That's subverting whole houses, man. It's a art thou called being a servant, care not for it, but if thou mayest be made free, do what? Do Yahweh Shema Shai, right? Yahweh Shai said, take my yoke upon you, right? It say, use it rather. Put your hand on the plow and go to work, man. Because Lord willing, was that Hebrews 10 and 35, 36, to tell you, after you have done the will of Yahweh Shema Shai, you might receive the promise. It say, after you have done the will of the Lord, you might receive the promise. But as Paul said, Colossians 3 and 12, you got to have your mind that you are of the elect, man. That's going to make you work, man. That's going to keep your hand on the plow, man. That's going to keep your spirit hot, man. Hey, because the Lord cool you off, it's a problem, man. It say, for he that is called in the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, being a servant. What the Lord said in Luke 25, Leviticus 25 and 55. Israel is my servants, right? It say, for he that is called in the Lord, being a servant, is the Lord's freeman. Likewise, also, he that is called being free is a Mashiach's servant. Ye are bought with the price. Be not ye the service of men, who glory, who God is their belly. Brethren, let every man wherein he is called therein abide with power. Yahweh Shema Shai, man, pressing towards the mark, man. Listen, this is Matthew chapter 3 and 8. It reads, it say, bring forth therefore fruits meet for repentance. Not M-E-A-T, meat. M-E-E-T, man. As it says in 2 Timothy 2 and 21, meat for the master's use, man. The Lord is looking for the aristocrats, man. The aristocrats of Israel, man. He ain't looking for some simp niggas with dreads. Talking about they in the truth, man. He looking for men, man. Real men. King David told Solomon that. And what was that? 1 Kings 2, man. Hey, I go the way of my father. He said, I'm finna point to you. Show yourself a man. This is the Lord is looking for. He said, bring forth fruits, meet for repentance, man. This is let's get this. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and 1. It reads, Because this is about king. This is about kingship, man. This is about kingship. It say, Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 1. Hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand, learn, ye that be judges of the ends of the earth. He talking to you Israelites, man. The hopeful elect, man. Hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand, learn, ye that be judges of the ends of the earth. Give ear, ye that rule the people, the glory and the multitude of nations. For power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest. Who shall try your works and search out your counsels? Nobody. Because what Yahweh Bashim Shah sets up, nobody can question you, man. It say, for power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest. Who shall try your works and search out your counsels? Because being ministers of his kingdom, ye have not judged the right, nor kept the law, nor walked after the gods, nor walked after the counsel of God. Yahweh Shema Shah. He's talking to the men of Israel. This is the order we're supposed to be in, man. We're supposed to know this. They tell you in Micah 3, ye judges, ye princes, you should know judgment, right? It was in Micah 3 and 1. It say, because being ministers of his kingdom, ye have not judged the right, nor kept the law, nor walked after the counsel of power. It say, horribly and speedily shall he come upon you, for a sharp judgment shall be to them that be in high places, right? Which going to the kings of the earth. But this also applies to you Israelites, man. This is what we're trying to get to. We're trying to get back to this. It say, for mercy will soon pardon the meanest, but mighty men mighty men shall be mightily tormented. For he which is the Lord, for he which is Lord over all shall fear no man's person, neither shall he stand in awe of any man's greatness, for he hath made the small and great, and careth for all alike. But a sore trial shall come upon the mighty. Unto you, therefore, O kings, do I speak, that ye may learn wisdom and not fall away. For they that keep holiness holy, Salakia, for they that keep holiness holily shall be judged holy, and they that have learnt such things shall find what to answer. Wherefore, set your affections upon my words, desire them, and ye shall be instructed. Wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Yea, she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her. She preventeth them that desire her, in making herself first known unto them. Whoso seek her shall have no great travail. You see, it's talking about the king. These talking about these hopeful elect kings, man. For he shall find her sitting at his doors. To think, therefore, upon her is perfection and wisdom. And whoso watcheth for her shall quickly be without care. Hey, that's why we say, hey, we can sleep at night, man. Because the Lord gave you this truth, man. He put the spirit on you, man. It say, for she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her. This is the Lord got the spirit in the earth, seeking out them who is worthy, man. It's a for she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her, showing herself favorably unto them in her ways, and meeteth them in every thought. You see, that's what the Lord say, bring forth fruit, meet for repentance, not M-E-A-T, M-E-E-T. Right here it say, and meeteth them in every thought. For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love. That's why I say in Ecclesiastes 17 and 18, he nourished us with discipline. his firstborn. It say, and love is the keeping of her laws, and the giving heed unto her laws is an assurance of incorruption. You see that? Immortality, man. And incorruption maketh us near unto power. That's being perfect. Because we unclean. We defile. All our righteousness is like filthy rags. The Lord told Israel, hey, since they want to talk to Yahweh, 3 days. You got, don't come to your wife, wash 3 days. Hey, 3 days. Show you how filthy we are, man. Verse 20. Therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. If your delight be in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forevermore. Revelation 5 and 10 said, what? And we shall reign as kings and priests. Let's read that. This talking to you Israelites, man. Revelation 5 and 10. And has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. Back in Wisdom of Solomon 6, it reads again. It say, Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 20. Therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. What's the kingdom? A domicile for kings, man. Therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. If you delight, do we not delight to be sitting with Yahweh in the kingdom, man? It say, if your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forevermore. As for wisdom, what she is and how she came up, I will tell you, and will not hide mysteries from you. Colossians 1:26 say, even the mysteries that have been hid from ages have not been made manifest to his saints. The only one can get these mysteries, vocab Malone, is Israelites, the hopeful elect. It say, as for wisdom, what she is and how she came up, I tell you, and will not hide mysteries from you, but will seek her out from the beginning of her nativity and bring the knowledge of her into light, and will not pass over the truth. Neither will I go with consuming envy, for such a man shall have no fellowship with wisdom, but the multitude of the wise but the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and a wise king is the upholding of the people. Receive therefore instructions through my words, and it shall do you good. You see, that's the kingdom of heaven, man. Being in rulership. Now, here's Wisdom of Solomon 3, reading the point in verse 6. It reads, as gold in the furnace have he tried them. Who? The elect, and receive them as a burnt offering. This is when you will be perfected. Put on them bodies, like I tell you in Philippians 3, when it say Yahweh shall come, hey, and we should, and the elect shall be changed like him, man. It say, as gold in the furnace have you tried them and received them as a burnt offering. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. This is the point. Verse 8. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. Say the same thing in Revelation 5 and 10, man. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. Let's get this. Ecclesiasticus chapter 4 and 11. Listen to this. And it reads, wisdom exalteth her children, and layeth hold on them that seek her. He that loveth her loveth life, and they that seek her, and they that seek to her early shall be filled with joy. He that holdeth her fast shall inherit glory. What's glory? Of course, it's the kingdom of heaven. But it's furthermore for the 144,000, man. It say, he that holdeth her fast shall inherit glory, and whithersoever she entereth, the Lord will bless. It say, verse 14, they that serve her shall minister to the Holy One, and them that love her, the Lord doeth love. Verse 15, whoso giveth ear unto her shall judge the nations, and he that attendeth unto her shall dwell securely. Verse 16, if a man commit himself unto her, she shall inherit, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession. His generation shall hold her in possession. Of course, the kingdom of heaven is for all of Israel, but there are different lots, man. The 144,000 men has a different lot from the unnumbered multitude that gets saved, man, which is all one third. The 144 and the unknown multitude, they're going to have different lots, man. We are fighting these men of Israel. We fighting, hey, to sit with Yahweh, man, to judge the nations, man. It's a verse 17. This is Ecclesiastes 4:17. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline. That's why I say in Sirach 2, hey, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation, man. He'll say, for at first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and it seems like things not going right in your life when you come into this truth, right? Got you upset. You don't understand. You kind of caught up between feelings. It said, for at first she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon him. Yeah, hey, and we supposed to fear Yahweh Shema Shai. I tell you that Ecclesiastes 19:18, man. The fear of the Lord is the first step to being accepted of him. It say, and bring fear and dread upon him and torment him with her discipline. You see? That's why, hey, if you get disciplined in truth, man. Don't get thrown off, man. That's the Lord. Hey, trials and tribulations, adversities and afflictions, man. This is what's going to bring you to a kingdom, man. This is what going to get Lord willing. The Lord put a crown on you, man, and say, "Well done, good and faithful servant, man." Hey, since I had you over a few things and you did good, I'm going to put you over many, man. It's a, it's a until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. Then when she returned the straight way unto him, you see, at first she's gonna seem crooked. It say, then she will return the straight ways unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets. Everybody can't get the secrets of the Lord, man. That's why this nigga vocab alone is bugging out. It can't sleep. Like Elder Yazwama said, now you the one that grabbed the book that the Elder Abba written. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're furthering the truth. It say, but it say, then she will return the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin. And we see this happen with a lot of guys, man. This is what wisdom doing. This is what wisdom is doing, man. It's bringing you to a kingdom, man. Now, this is Job 5:23. Hey, and like the brother was saying, and it's a spirit because I had this lesson queued up last night, and the brother went right into it this morning, man. The brother Ayash, man. It's a spirit, man. I was meditating on aristocrats, man. Aristocracy, man. I can't never get the word right. But it's talking about aristocrats is the best of the best for the kingdom, man. That's who Yahweh Shema Shai is looking for. And I've been saying this for a while. Yahweh is not going to put any man with Yahweh Shai, man. He's looking for the best of the best, man. And you women should be the same thing the brother said. You women should be trying to become the best of the best, man. Hey, because in the kingdom, hey, man, Ain't gonna be no. Hey, like I said, I had to write down. Like this nigga Drake said, hey, the elect just ain't anybody, man. The elect is not just any old body, man. They the royalty, man. It say Job 5:23. Matter of fact, let me get this in the blue letter. Get this in the blue letter. Hey, cause hey, that first resurrection, man, that's where it's popping off at, man. Lord willing, we get to build that number, man. Anything outside of that ain't gonna be good, man. This is Job 5:23. It reads, "For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field," right? It's a when you think about league, Justice League, right? You got our Justice League, then you got what's his other one? The DC Comics, right? It say, "For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field." What stones? In First Peter 2:5, it say, "Ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house." So to be in league with the stones of the field, it's talking about being part of the elect, man. It say Job 5:23, "For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee." Now, I want to look at this word, which I did a lesson on this a while ago. This word league, right? Let's look at this word league.
Strong's H1285. Berith. Berith.
Now it's a covenant, it's a alliance pledge between men. Treaty, alliance, league, right? It's a constitution, ordinance, monarch to subjects. Monarch mean, we look at the word monarch, it means to be a part of royalty, man. Of course, all of Israel gonna be in the kingdom, but I'm talking about the 144,000, man. It's a agreement, pledge. It's a alliance, a friendship, alliance of marriage, right? The 144 are gonna be married to Yahweh. Alliance of marriage. It's a between God and man, right? Between God and man. Who's between Yahweh and the Israelites? Yahweh, the mediator. It's a alliance of marriage between God and man, alliance of friendship. It's a covenant, divine ordinance. Look up the word divine and see what it means. Divine ordinance with signs or pledges. It's a covenant making, covenant keeping, covenant league, confederacy, confederate. You see that? Let's look at this word. Okay, it said there came one that this Genesis 14:13 is a reference. And there came one that had escaped and told Abram, the Hebrew, for he dwelt in the plain of Mamre, the Amorite, brother of Eshcol, and brother of Ner, and these were confederate with Abraham, with Abram. Listen, man, what's confederate, man? Let's look this word up. Let's come back. Hold on. Let's look this word confederate up, man. These are the ones gonna be in league with Yahweh, man. So lucky. Let's look this up. So let's look up. First, we got. Hold on. Hold on. Because they gave me confederation. Let's go confederate. Right. It's a
Confederate.
it's a joint by an agreement or treaty. Right. So you got similar words. Confederated, allied, in league. You see that? That's the spirit. That's the spirit. In league, it's associated, united, combined. Right. So let me look up this word because another one of the word was confederacy. So let's look up this word confederacy. I want to see what it say. Cool.
Confederacy.
A league or alliance, especially of confederate states. Let's look up similar words. See what it say. It's a federation, confederation, alliance, league association, combine. It got partnership, compact, band. Uh, it got union, fellowship. This is and this body is a fellowship, man. I was going into it in Colossians and Philippians, man. So let's go back. That's beautiful, man. Right? Oh, let me get this word. Let's get this. Hey, I gotta make these points, man. Look at the word monarch, right? Let's look this up.
Monarch.
It say similar words say monarch say a sovereign head of state, especially a king, right? It's a sovereign ruler, crowned head, king, emperor, prince, right? Now, as I looked up the word earlier, I'm gonna go back to this word, aristocrats, right? Let's look at this word. A couple of aristocrats. I'm making points. Hey, this is what we're trying to get to, man.
Aristocrat.
Right? It's a member of the aristocracy. Let's go similar words. To say nobleman, lord, and that's all I got for that. So let me go back. Let's go back. Let's look this up. They say aristocrat. An aristocrat is someone whose family has a high social rank, especially someone who has a title, right? Let me see. Salakia. So let me go back to this. Um, right here. Let's get this. Let's hit this again.
Aristocracy.
Aristocracy. They say the highest class in certain societies, especially those holding hereditary titles or offices, right? It say the nobility, high society, the establishment, right? So going back to this word league in Job 5 and 23, right? It say, hit this again. The word league. Going back, it's a confederate covenant league, confederacy. It's a oh, let me click on this word right here. Hold on. Here's another word, H1254, right here.
Strong's H1254. Bara. Bara.
Now it's basically the Hebrew word, because the other word said berith. Listen.
Strong's H1285. Berith. Berith.
Right? So it gave kind of similar but different. Now here's the Hebrew word.
Strong's H1254. Bara. Bara.
Now listen, it say to create, shape, form, to shape, fashion, create, always with God as subject of heaven and earth, of individual man, right? Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, right? It say of new conditions and circumstances. What is saying Hebrews? Hold on. You got to get this. What is that? Hebrews is it 8? Bear with me. Hey, this is beautiful, man. So this Hebrews 8, right? This Hebrews 8 and 5. It say who serve unto the example and shadow of heavenly things, as Moses was admonished of power when he was about to make the tabernacle. For see, saith he, that thou make all things according to the pattern shown to thee in the mount. But now have he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises. Right? Better promises. Let's go back. Let's go back to this again. Yahushua is establishing better promises. Let's read it again. It's beautiful, man. The water Yahweh Shemam Shah, man. Kala Yahweh Shemam Shah. So back to the word league. Click on this word H1254, which is bara. It say of new conditions and circumstances. It say of transformation. What Hebrew, what Romans 12 say? You got to be transformed by the renewing of your mind, man. It say, I read again, to create, shape, form, to shape, fashion, create, always with power as subject of heaven and earth, right? A new heaven and a new earth, right? Kainos, refresh. It say of new conditions and circumstances, of transformations to be created. It's of heaven and earth, of birth, of something new, of miracles. It's a to make yourself fat. That's beautiful. Creator, choose, make. It's a make fat. It's a that's basically it, man. It's cold, man. Of new conditions and circumstances, man. This is being poured again, Job 5 and 23. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. Because in the time of Jacob trouble, these beasts out that's going to be out here is going to be on 2/3, man. In the heathens, it shall not come nigh thy dwelling, man. So to be in league with what stones? Let's read that. I quoted it earlier, man. This is First Peter 2 and 5, and it reads, it said, ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to power by Yahweh Mashiach. So these stones, man, these stones, which I'm going to close up. This is Ephesians 2 and 19. It reads, it said, now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of power, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Yahweh Mashiach himself being the chief cornerstone, in whom all the building fitly framed together grow up unto an holy temple in the Lord, in whom ye also are builded together for an habitation of power through the Spirit. Ye shall be in league with the stones of the field, man. Being a part of the whole elect, Lord willing, because their lot is a different lot, man. And the Lord said, let's get this. Um, yeah, let's get this. First Peter 4. I can't help it, man. Salakia, my spirit hot today. I'm kind of excited. This is First Peter 4 and 1. It reads, for as much then as the Mashiach has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that has suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin, that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lusts of men, but to the will of power. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought in the will of the Gentiles, when we walk in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries, wherein they think it strange that you run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. You see? Well, now we here, man. We over here and we trying our best every day, man. Oh, beautiful. The brother put the definition for divine up. It say it's from our official term 104. Divine, Webster definition. It's a essential meaning of divine. It's a related to or coming from power of a God of a. It's a God vine, will, law, love, inspiration. Beautiful. Yeah, man. Oh, and the scripture, forgot where it's at right off. What is the word when you go into the blue that talk about the divine ones, man? We're talking about the angels. Oh, one of the words for angel, that's what it is. One of the words for angel is divine ones. Um, Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Let's get that. Let me see. If I ain't mistaken. Let's go to Jude. Let's go to Jude. Let's look this word up. Angels, right?
Strong's G32. Angelos. Angelos.
Oh no, I don't see it. It's a angel, messenger, messenger. Pastor. It's another word I was looking at. It was a while ago. Hold on. And it was saying, you know what? It may be the word for oh, that's what it is. Hold on. Hold on. Let me double check. Let's see. Bear with me for a second. I want to see something. Yeah, it's for the word God. That's what it is. Elohim. That's what it was. So like it.
Strong's H430. Entry 1. Eloach. Eloach.
These devils, man.
Second entry. Elohim. Elohim.
Now let's look this up. So it's a that's what it was, the word for powers, Elohim. It's a plural, rulers, judges, divine ones, angels, gods, right? God like one. So yeah, that's what it was, the word for gods. Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, man. Hey, we fighting for a different crown, man. Now this is like the brother was saying earlier, man. This ain't for no corruptible crown, man. This is First Corinthians 8 and 3, and it reading this point. It say, because I read it earlier in the Second Corinthians, it say, yeah, but if any man love power, it say, but if any man love power, Yahweh Shema Shai, the same is known of him, right? What was that? Real quick, I just want to trace this real quick. Um, Hold on. I want to trace this real quick. Damn it, what was that at? Hold on. Let me think. Let me think real quick. Oh, Galatians 4. That's what it was. Galatians 4, right? It say, let's read this again. Yeah, it's Galatians 4. Galatians 4 and it reads, it say, how be it then, when ye knew not power, ye did service unto them, which by nature are no gods. But now, after ye have, but now after that ye have known God, or rather are known of God, how turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements whereunto ye desire again to be in bondage. So, as it said right here in 1 Corinthians 8 and 3, it said, hey, the Lord know, hey, which goes into the precept I read in 2 Timothy 2 and 19, right? It said, the Lord knoweth them that are his, man. It said 1 Corinthians 8 and 3. It say, but if any man loveth power, if you love Yahweh Shema Shai, the same is known of him, right? In Proverbs 8 and 17, the Lord said this. It said, but if any man loveth power, right? 1 Corinthians 8 and 3. Proverbs 8 and 17 reads, I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Riches and honor are with me, yet durable riches and righteousness. You see, my fruit is better than gold, yeah, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. Come on, man. That's cold. And one more, I gotta read this. Psalms 25 and 14, man. It say, the secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant. You see? Come on, man. Hey, so Lord wills edifying. Got to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all Israel, really accepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hope for the elect. Hey, now listen, I'm going to close with this because I was making a point earlier, right? And I was going to tie the lesson two constellations, which I read. You got the one in First and Second Corinthians 1, and you got the one in Luke chapter 6, verse 24, which everybody on this side that's making it doing good, they sliding, right? They sold out, man. Not saying the Lord ain't gonna do good to his men and women that seek him in diligence, but them that's thinking they really making on this side. Like Paul said in 1 Corinthians 4 and 8, which I read, you reign like kings without us. Now you are rich. Now you are full. Well, that's their consolation on the side. And as I read in 2 Corinthians 1, our consolation, our consolation and salvation is coming too, man. Them that's pressing towards the mark, man. So it's two consolations, right? You got one on this side and you got one on the other side, man. Now, I gotta read this. This is Esther chapter 2, verse 12. Now, this was a heathen king, man. How much more in the kingdom of heaven for our women, man? It say, now when every maid's, it's Esther 2, this whole chapter is good. It say, now when every maid's turn was come to go in to the king, to King Ahasuerus, after that she had been 12 months according to the manner of the women, for so were the days of their purifications accomplished, to wit, 6 months with oil and mirth, and 6 months with sweet odors, and with other things for the purifying of the women. Then thus came every maiden unto the king, whatsoever she desired was given her to go with her out to the house of the women unto the king's house. Come on, man. And this were heathen women, I'm assuming. But they had, because Esther was one of those women that was there. But these are women of the other nations was doing it to the king. The point I'm making, this is how the women got down. This is what the king ate. Right here it say, verse 14. It say, in the evening she went, and on the morrow she returned into the second house of the women to the custody of, it say, Shashagaz, the king's chamberlain, which kept the concubines. She came in unto the king no more, except the king delighted in her, and that she were called by name. Now, when the turn of Esther, the daughter of Abihail, the uncle of Mordecai, who had taken her for his daughter, was come to go in unto the king, she required nothing but what Hagil, the king's chamberlain, the keeper of the women, appointed, and Esther obtained favor in the sight of all them that looked unto her. Come on, man. And this was under heathen authority. How much more in the kingdom, man? Hey, till next time I say Shalom, the wife of tuning in. May your help by Shemal Shah continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up, man. The water for your precepts, the water. So like you ain't get to read them. I had a lot of them over here. But hey, they're there for those that come after. Shalom, wa ba ba ba.